morning. We'll get started in just a second. Alright, we're going to get started laying on our backs and taking deep breaths. Let's do it. My name's Jason. Thank you all for joining today. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And we're just going to start with a couple good morning stretches. Maybe a big yawn, point the toes, point the fingertips back, open up, and relax. 2 more just like that. Stretch that psoas, stretch the abdomen, the front side of the body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, relax. Inhale, reach it long. And exhale, relax. I want you to start to breathe. One hand on your chest, one hand on your stomach. And take your time. Be right back. Alright, so we're just breathing our stomach here. Big belly inhales. Maybe you have the knees bent. Maybe you're swaying side to side, getting a little movement in. I don't know how your weekend's been. If you want stillness or if you want a little bit of movement from being stagnant, it's up to you. Start to really lengthen those exhales. Make sure that they're going twice as long as the inhale. So if you breathe in for a 2 count, you're exhaling for a 4 count. About 5 rounds of breath. Maybe you try to inhale for 3, pause at the top, exhale for 6. More big inhales and exhales, trying to be real dramatic with the length of the exhales. And extend both legs out, shake it out a little bit, roll your wrists, roll your ankles. Going through a chill Monday flow today. Reverse. Inhale, reach. Another good morning stretch. Exhale, curl into a ball. And keep your left leg in near your rib cage. Knee bent, right leg extends. Press the right heel down on the mat. And try to squeeze your shoulder blades together and keep your head down. Bringing your left knee more into your left rib cage. Flex both feet. Push that heel down to keep the hips even. reverse. Right knee comes in, left heel pushes down. See if you can notice a difference here. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And this time, left knee comes to right shoulder, not like a twist like this. Just pull the left knee to the right shoulder as much as you can while being able to keep that left hip on the ground. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, press the head down, press the tailbone down, press the low back down. And switch. Right knee into left shoulder. Again, keep the hips down. Resist the urge to fall into a full twist. Squeeze the shoulders, press the head, press the low back down. And extend out. Let's go ahead and go to a couple bridge poses to activate our pelvic floor and our core. Try to see if you can barely get your fingertips to your heels here. Make sure that your toes are pointing straight. First thing we're going to do is tuck the tailbone like we're tucking our tail between our legs. And then inhale, everything comes up. Hold here or press into your arms. Maybe clasp your fingertips together. Shoot your fingertips through your heels. Breathe here, lift up a little higher. Keep tucking that tailbone between your legs. You may even get a little quad stretch. And exhale slowly all the way down. Tailbone last thing to touch because it's tucked. And same thing. Tuck the tailbone, inhale, try to come up slow to a 5 count. 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Same thing up again. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. 5, 4, tailbone last to touch. 2, 1. Nice. Alright, we are going to take a little twist now, so I want you to go back and forth, windshield wiper your knees. Try to feel which one feels a little more tight. So for me, when I go to the right side, I feel a little more on this hip. When I go to the left side, things feel a little more free. So I'm going to start having both knees to my right, my gaze to my left. And you can start either way because we'll just switch after this, but try to notice what your most fixated side is with your hips. And switch to the other side, gaze to the opposite direction. Back to middle. From here, we're going to take a happy baby. Grabbing that outsides of the feet through the insides of the knees, trying to press our tailbone down, our shoulders back and down, our head down, our low back down, and maybe sway inside to side. If it feels good, maybe a little up and down with the tailbone, tucking and untucking. Or maybe try to get a little length through the hamstrings, extending one leg, extending the other. Make sure you keep your head down here. If you can't keep your head down or your shoulders down, you're a little too tight, and grab the backs of your thighs or the fronts of your shins. Squeeze everything in. Trying to get those knees closer to your rib cage and happy baby. Alright, inhale for a good morning stretch. Reach the toes, reach the fingertips. Feel the stretch in the front body. And then curl into a ball. We're going to take a spinal rock and roll 10 times. 10 times up and down the mat. Waking up the body. And roll forward to a tabletop position. Alright, from here, we're just going to go into a child's pose. Reach the arms forward, sit the hips back. Big breaths. Push into the mat. When you're ready, let your hands drift over in space. Get a little stretch through that right side body. And back to middle. And over to the left side. And back to middle. Pull yourself up, tabletop. We're going to take a couple cat-cows here. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, push the ground away with the knees and the wrists, tuck the chin. Inhale, open up, broaden the chest, untuck that tailbone. Exhale, push the ground away. Start to take any neck rolls that feel good here. Maybe you dip your shoulder down one side then the other. Maybe you take big circles with the hips, back and forth. What feels good to you in your body right here in this moment. Maybe you're just wiggling back and forth. Maybe you thread the needle a couple times, but close your eyes and just move for the next 15 breaths, however feels good to you. I encourage you to try neck and hip circles if you haven't. Make sure whatever you're doing, you also go the reverse direction a couple times. About halfway there. Keep your eyes closed. You don't need your eyes to tell how your body feels. Keep that breath with you. Long exhales. Three more breaths, even out anything you need to on each side. And relax. Alright, now I want you to take your left hand and karate chop to the top right corner of your mat. And then sink the hips back. Plug that left hip back in space to get a stretch through the left side body. And switch it up, right to the left side, plug that right hip back, lean it back to middle. Now let's go to our first down dog of the day. Press the hips up and back. A lot of pressure through that first thumb, your only thumbs, and your first finger forming that L at the top of the mat with both hands. Pedal it out here if you got some tightness. Flip that tailbone up towards the sky. Maybe lean both legs to one side or the other. Couple ankle circles if it feels good. And when you're ready, you're just going to walk slowly to the top of the mat. Hang down, clasp your elbows, let your head hang all the way down, turn the head off. Maybe sway side to side, tick-tock back and forth like a pendulum. Drop the hands down, inhale, halfway lift, chest broad, exhale, fold. 2 more times, inhale, halfway lift, push the booty back, reach the crown of the head forward, and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, crown of the head forward, booty back, core tight. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, arms all the way up, reach up tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Push your palms together in this position. This is going to help broaden your chest. Almost every patient that comes into the office comes in with rounded forward shoulders from technology. So activating your back postural tone is what we're going to work on every time you're hanging out with me. Push into the palms, that helps broaden the chest, lift the chest, and activate the back muscles. Big inhales and long exhales here. Bring more weight to your heels, so much so that you feel like you're going to fall back, but you don't because your glutes and hamstrings turn on to stop. Inhale, arms all the way up. We'll take an easy twist to the left. Inhale, arms up. Easy twist to the right. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plank position. We're going to hold, build a little heat in plank today. It's a nice Monday. It's a good day for planking. Press the toes forward. Push the ground away with the palms. Lengthen the crown of the head forward towards the front. Keep the back of the neck long towards the ceiling. Suck that core up and in. Squeeze the chest together. Squeeze the legs together. Squeeze the hands and the feet together. Breathe. Big inhale. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra. Float the hands up, press the feet down. Exhale down. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Push back up to plank. Go halfway down, exhale. Inhale, press up. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, down dog. Hang out here for 5 breaths. You're always welcome to go back to that tabletop or child's pose if that feels good to you. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, travel forward, top of the mat. Hang down, clasp your hands behind your neck, and let gravity pull your head down a little bit more. Generous bend in the knees here. Drop the hands down, plant the right hand down, inhale the left arm up, big bend in the right knee. And exhale down. Same thing other side, big bend in the left knee, plant the left hand, open up to the right. And back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up, reach up tall. Exhale, sit low, chair pose. Keep that chest broad, keep the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the weight in the heels. You should be able to lift your toes up off the ground. Reach back for that chair. We're not here too long, just a little twist to the left. Back to middle. Twist to the right. Keep your knees even in front. Back to middle. Big inhale, exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plank. Same thing, holding here. Back of the neck long. Crown of the head reaching forward. Pushing the ground away. Forward on the toes. Backs of the legs activated. Big inhale. Exhale all the way down. We're going to take a couple Superman variations because those are the easiest ways to activate the body. So first thing, we'll go ahead, have the palms facing down beside us in our mat. We're going to look forward and inhale everything up. Squeeze the whole back body as a unit. This activates our postural tone in the back, increases blood flow, and helps us not be a slouching throughout the rest of the day. It's super duper. Breathe. Hold one more breath. And back down. Place your palms underneath your shoulders. Take a big inhale, turn your head to the left. And exhale, let it out, release that neck. Face forward again, inhale, press up. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, press up. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, press up. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths here, or a child's pose, or a tabletop. It's up to you. You don't have to hold that down dog. And when you're ready, bend your knees and travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, reach up tall. Exhale, chair pose, this time hands heart center. I just want you to notice how this feels compared to not having your hands at heart center. Press into your palms, keep your chest broad and your back active. Sink down a little bit lower. A little bit lower. Lift up those toes. From this low position, open up, twist left. Back to middle. Open up, twist right. Back to middle. Sink a little bit lower. Press into those palms. Push, 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 push. Stay low. Inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plank. Breathe here and hold. Plank is so great for your abdominals, side plank, any type of variations or exercises while in plank, even reverse plank. So instead of doing endless crunches, I think the last time I did a crunch was 2005. So instead of that, let's go ahead and do some good abdominal work in planks. Big inhale, and exhale all the way down. This time we're going to take a different variation with our Superman holds. We're going to bring our arms to cactus arms. And when you're ready, inhale everything up. Superman hold with cactus arms. Breathing here for 4 breaths. Each inhale gets you a little higher. Each exhale, stabilize. One more. Exhale everything down. Turn your head to the right side this time. Big inhale. Exhale, let it all out. Inhale, press up. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, press. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, press. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, press up. Exhale, down dog. Again, you might want to take a child's pose here. Or you might want to come to tabletop. It's up to you. 3 more breaths wherever you're at. Back up to your down dog. This time we're going to raise the right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up. Exhale to right elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee down, arms up, reach up. Put your hands on your hips. We're going to practice tucking and untucking the pelvis. Keep your pelvis tucking and untucking. You can feel when you tuck it, you get a tension in your front hip flexor here. That's what we're going for. So everybody tuck your tail between your legs. And then lean forward. Keep your core tight here. So here's the difference. If I don't tuck my tailbone and I don't have my core on, I could do this and get absolutely nothing out of it. Or I can tuck my tailbone, keep my core on, and then lean forward as one unit. And that stops me and gets a big stretch here, pushing down through that left knee as well. Squeeze the shoulders back down away from the ears. Drop the hands down, plant the left hand, inhale the right arm up, easy twist. And back down. Extend the foot forward into half splits. Flex the toes toward the face. Again, we want to avoid rounding like this here. I'm not getting a stretch in my hamstrings here. I want to lengthen and then lean forward as a unit, and that really pulls on my hamstrings. I can bring my toes going back and forth here and feel how that also creates different sensations a little more. Get a little bit lower here. Keep that core on and chest broad. Reach the chest for the big toe. And avoid curling into that texting computer posture. Bend into that front knee and come to a three-legged dog. Open up the hips, couple hip circles one way then the other. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale to left elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, foot in between the hands, rise up, high crescent lunge. Make sure your heel is over your toes. Don't have your foot planted in the back or your heel planted, just your toes. And you want to send that weight forward to be caught by this front knee. 80% of my weight's in this big front leg here, catching me. Gonna have my hands like this, hands to heart center, cactus arms. All those are better to me than having your hands up in yoga all the time. That promotes a lot of tension in the upper traps, and that's one thing we should be fighting and not encouraging. So I'm gonna have my hands like this. Big inhale, reach the hands up, and then bring them back. Like this, open down, inhale up. Exhale, airplane arms. Leave space between your torso and your knee. Inhale up. Exhale, airplane. Inhale up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Try to have a big bend in that front knee. Don't let your upper body surf forward over your lower. Keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Plug your back pinky toe down in space. Pretend like there's a wall on the outside of your right knee and you want to press against that wall. Gaze over that front middle finger and hold for 3 breaths. Squeeze your shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel down. Come to plank position. Big inhale. And exhale all the way down. This time you're going to reach your arms forward and face the palms towards each other. And we're going for a Superman variation for 3 breaths, holding everything up. Palms reach forward, inhale up. And exhale down. Turn your head to either side. Take a big inhale. Exhale, release. And the shoulders. Inhale, press up. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale up. Exhale, halfway. Inhale up. Exhale, halfway. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Big breaths here. Again, going to a child's pose or going to a tabletop if we need to. Breathe. Couple more breaths here. Put that tailbone up towards the sky. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up. Exhale to right elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, foot in between the hands. Plant the back knee down. Reach the arms up. And exhale, hands to the hips. Again, tucking and untucking the pelvis. Trying to find that point where you can stretch your hip flexors more easily and not, again, dump into this position which does absolutely nothing except hurt your low back. So, we're going to push down through the knee. We're going to tuck the tailbone. We're going to keep the core on. And then we can bring the arms up and lean into that. And you should feel that stretch through that front hip flexor on the right. Squeeze your shoulders away from the ears. Big inhale. Exhale, plant the right hand. Inhale the left arm up. And both hands back down. Extend the left heel forwards. Half splits. Again, avoiding trying to get your head to your toe. That just makes me, in my computer, texting poor driving position. So let me get my chest towards my toes. My core stays on. Again, I can wiggle the toe back and forth different directions to get different parts of my hamstring here. Big inhales and exhales. Each inhale, straighten up a little more. Each exhale, fold forward slightly. Big inhale. And exhale, rebend to that front knee. Plant the hands down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Open up the hips. Couple circles one way, couple circles the other way. Back to your three-legged dog. And then bring that foot to the left elbow. Knee to left elbow. Inhale up. And place the foot down in front, in between the hands. High crescent lunge. Again, trying to get your heel over your toes. Sending the weight forward into that front leg, 80% of your weight in that front knee. Again, I like the variations of arms down to squeeze my shoulders back and keep my chest broad. Cactus arms, or hands heart center. My least favorite thing to see when I go into yoga studios is people just having their arms up to have them up. You might as well just be texting with a phone in your hand or at your computer, promoting poor patterns. Lengthen more through your back legs, sink a little bit lower into your front. Big inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, airplane arms. Keep room between your torso and your thigh. Inhale, reach. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, reach. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Same thing, plug that back pinky toe down in space. Pretend like there's a wall to the left of your left knee. Press against that wall with your knee. Don't let your upper body surf forward over your lower. Keep your core nice and tight. Gaze over that front middle finger, shoulders down and back. 3 breaths. Exhale, cartwheel down. Plank position. And hold. Big inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Take your favorite or least favorite Superman variation, and we're gonna hold for 6 breaths. So for me, I'm taking the easiest one, and that is palms facing down beside me, floating everything up. And inhale, up and hold. Try to peel that last rib off the mat and those tops of the thighs off the mat. Keep the neck long to the front, 2 more breaths. One more big inhale. Exhale all the way down. Turn your head to one side, take a big inhale. And exhale, release. Plant the shoulders, plant the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, press up. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths here or take a rest. Up to you. Big inhales and exhales. Flip the tailbone up towards the sky, the length in the low back. Press into that L that your first finger and thumb make to flatten out the upper back. When you're ready, inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, travel forward, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, sit low, chair pose, any hand variation where you can keep your shoulders away from your ears. Sink low, low, low. Low, 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 low. Open up to the left. Keep the knees even, back to the middle. Open up to the right. Back to middle. Sink even lower. Lift the toes up off the ground. Even lower. So low it hurts. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plank and hold. We're going to take a side plank, all the weight on the right arm. Want your hip energy up, other arm up, maybe other leg up, whatever feels good to you. Hold here. Push the ground away. Big inhale. Exhale, back to plank and switch. Time we're on the left hand. Get our balance, and then maybe come into star. Big inhale. Exhale to plank. One more inhale. Exhale all the way down. Take any Superman variation that feels good for you. We're holding for 5 breaths this time. Inhale everything up. And exhale down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, press up. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. Inhale your right leg up. I'm going to come to lizard. Place the right foot on the outside of of the right wrist. Drop the back knee down. Maybe you just sway back and forth here, making a couple circles in the hips. Maybe you try to get your elbows low so you can get a really big stretch where your femur bone and your hip meet. If it feels good, you can try to open up onto the pinky toe edge of that forward foot. Maybe even press the knee away slightly. See how that feels. Either way, try to keep your torso flat. Try to not curl in a lot like this. Again, keep that chest broad, even if it means you can't come down to the elbows, like me. Nice even breaths. Want to keep the leg elevated, maybe just press up and back a couple times with a couple knee circles in front. Maybe try that. Plant the hands down. Inhale back up, three-legged dog. Open up the hips. Shake it out a little bit. If it feels good, flip your dog. Reach the hips up. And unwind. And come back to that down dog. Same thing, other side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot on outside of left wrist. Drop the back knee down. Try to get the elbows down with the back fairly flat. Trying not to curl in too much. I'm a little tight today. Hard for me to get my elbows down. If you have a pillow you can use, support your elbows if you can't quite reach them. That's a good variation. Again, you can pulse back and forth. That leg elevated, that back leg, making a couple circles through the hips, getting some length through the hamstring. Maybe opening up to the pinky side of that left forward foot. Big breaths. Keep it up, nice and even breaths. Back to middle. And we're going to press back into that three-legged dog. Open up the hips. Flip your dog if it feels good. Hips up, reach back. And unwind, three-legged dog. Back to your down dog position. Take tiptoes up to the top of the mat. And then we're going to sink down low. And roll back onto our backs. Windshield wiper back and forth. Big breaths in and out. And same thing that was tight before, that side, for me it was the right side. Let's go there. And take some deep breaths, turn our gaze to the opposite direction. And switch sides, gaze to the opposite side. Back to middle, come into your bridge setup, toes pointing forward, heels almost the length of your fingertips touching the back. And from here, tuck that tailbone, press the back into the mat. Inhale everything up to the top. Again, maybe clasp your hands underneath, reaching your knuckles down towards your heels, keeping that tailbone tucked towards the knees. Reaching the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the core on. Lift your inner arches, squeeze your glutes, lift your hamstrings more. Inhale. Exhale slowly down, tailbone last to hit because it is tucked. 2 more just like that. Inhale up, tuck, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock back and forth, side to side, trying to find any low back knots or high booty knots. I know they're there. You find one, maybe try to wiggle out on it, get little circles on there. And we're going to take another happy baby, grabbing the outsides of the feet through the insides of the knees, trying to get our knees close to our ribcage. Squeezing our shoulders together, pressing our back of our head and our tailbone into the mat. Again, making some big movements here. Stretching out one leg at a time, maybe both legs if it feels good. Maybe some hip circles where that femur head attaches to the acetabulum or the hip bone. Keep breathing. Inhale, good morning stretch. Exhale, curl into a ball. Inhale, good morning. Feel your front body stretch out. Exhale, curl one more time. Inhale, good morning. Exhale, curl. Any other positions or poses that feel good to you, please do those. Could be doing some shoulder stand. Who knows what kind of craziness you'll get into. But if you just want to chill out, you just take up a bunch of space on your mat and breathe. Final resting pose, Shavasana. Great job today. Working the back body and doing some push-ups, working the front, opening up the hips, getting some twists in, giving your body a chance to heal itself. That's what movement does. That's how the body heals, movement. Sitting on our asses all day, it's only going to make us worse. More inflammation, less circulation of inflammation out where we already have it. Movement is what heals. Movement of energy, movement of blood and tissues and spine. Everything needs to move to circulate, to create the healing process. I encourage you to stay on your mat for as long as you can and just soak up the work your body did. Maybe even take a whole nother hour Shavasana and just meditate on the good things in life. Stay there. If you wish, you can bring your hands to heart center. We'll close out practice. Thank y'all very much for coming online. And I'll be here a couple more times this week, 10:30 in the morning. Look for me on the schedule. Please donate to our teachers. A lot of them, this is their only jobs. And so if you have a steady job right now, we really appreciate you going to Black Swan Yoga TV and finding that donate button there. Again, my name's Jason, and the highest light and love in me sees and honors the highest light and love in y'all. Namaste. See y'all next time.